What's going on, everyone? Chase here, and in the last 12 hours, I got close to 900 leads and a few $1,000s in sales utilizing automated systems. Now, I want to show you how I'm doing this, how I'm sending the messages. I want to show you what messages I'm sending. I want to show you how I'm automating the follow-up. But these are all different leads, people that are interested in working with me for the different things that I'm selling. So if you're interested in unlocking unlimited leads and you want to stay updated with the system, let me know. Respond with the word yes in the comments and I'll make sure to keep you updated. Also, if you want to get set up with this yourself, feel free to send me a text at this phone number on the screen and I can help get you set up with this. I'll also leave links in the description of this video to all the different things I'm going to be talking about today. So let's talk about what we're actually doing here. So first thing we're doing is we're setting up a private server where we're running contact forms on the server and we are sending out messages with whatever we want to message about. And you might be wondering, well, who are we messaging? We're messaging website owners. So you can see here, we sent out last night 535,000 contact forms. You can see they're actually still sending, or at least they're still loading here. And these are all the different CAPTCHAs that we're using this CAPTCHA breaker to get through. And these are all messages being sent, or these are all websites that messages are being sent to with whatever message we specify. So the question is, what are we sending? What kind of messages are we sending to these websites? Now, I've been doing tests and I'm thinking of putting together a spreadsheet of all my different tests so I can tell you what's working. But the tests that we're running recently, we've been letting people know that we have leads for them. So we're saying, hi, we have leads that are interested in your service. And obviously we don't know what their service is because we're just messaging random websites, but we're telling them we have leads. Let us know if you'd like them. And then when they say yes, we set them up in an automated follow-up sequence where we're basically showing them how this system works, and then we're selling them on it. So it's pretty straightforward. We don't have to do anything that complicated after this is set up. Now, the setup is the complicated part, okay? Because ideally, to get this set up, you want to figure out, how hard you want to run it. Do you want to send 1 million messages a day? Do you want to send 5 million messages a day? Do you want to send 10 million messages a day? Depending on what you want to do, you're going to need more stuff, right? You're going to need more proxies. You're going to need more private servers. You're going to need more licensing for all the different tools. And then you want to figure out if you're going to automate your back end as well, because on the front end, we're just sending these messages, but on the back end, we can use something like Go High Level to create automated sequences to follow up with the leads coming in. That's the next part of this that I'm actually working on right now. So if you're interested again in this system, you want to have me help you get set up with it, just send me a text. I left the number on the screen earlier. You can go rewind to that part and I'll help you get set up. But the most basic way, if you don't want to get set up with too many tools to respond to these leads, is to use something like a Google App Script. So if I go Google App Script, I can run a JavaScript code that will go and respond to these messages for me. But again, you can only do this so much before you start hitting the scripting limits that Google gives you. So I think the responses through here, I think it's like 500 messages a day. And so that'll get you, only so far. And eventually you'll either want to use an API to respond to these or just use something like Go High Level, which I'll just show you really quickly how you can get this set up. And this is the thing that I'm actually going to be working on today. I'll probably be doing a live stream on it. So if you want to join the live streams, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell, because when you do that, you'll be notified when I go live. But Go High Level is really cool. If you haven't seen it, a lot of people on here have probably already seen High Level, and I'll leave a free trial link to High Level if you want to check it out as well. But the reason why Go High Level is really cool is because it allows you to set up these automated sequences. So if I go into my dashboard here, I can make it so that any leads that come in, I can set up an automation where it will do certain things. So one of the automations I have right now is when somebody replies with a certain word, right? So if they reply with the word cost, as if they're asking for the cost, if they're replying with the word sure, if they're replying with the word interested, any of that stuff, I can set up a timer delay so it's not immediately sending them a message back. And then I can send them a message back and say, awesome, before we get set up, would you mind watching this video? And then the video kind of warms them up and shows them how the process works. So when they're ready to buy, or so that when they want to buy, they can just text me and then I can get them started. So all of this though relies on actually closing them. I don't recommend that you try to close everything over text. You know, at least you want to probably do a video. And a lot of people ask me too, like, well, Chase, you know, this is only going to work for certain industries. And I don't think that's true. Because it really just depends on how you're framing it, right? So when you're sending out these messages, remember, you're dealing with millions and millions of websites. And so you could theoretically have a message that says, hey, do you want to sell your car? And we actually did this. And if they say yes, then we could bring them into an automated sequence that warms them up to how they could sell their car with us. And then we take a commission from it and so on, right? Or if you wanted to sell like an affiliate product, right? I'll leave a link to a list of over 200 affiliate products that you can actually get paid to promote. And inside the list, let me actually show you what this looks like here. These are all different tools that you can get paid to promote. So you can get paid to promote any of these, right? Now, if you're trying to promote affiliate, I don't recommend sending people directly to like a website like this and then just try to get them to sign up for it. What I recommend is you want to preface this with something, right? Like, hey, do you want a free marketing video for your website? And then if they say yes, then what you do is you go, cool, I'm going to send you a video showing you how to get started. And then you could show like a demo video with an affiliate link, showing them how to like get started with this tool, right? So the biggest mistake people make when they're using contact forms, and I see people do this all the time, is they go, hey, Chase, you know, I'm sending people directly to a link. I'm just saying, hi, go to this link, you know, and then I send them to the link. And obviously, if you're just messaging websites and just sending them links, they don't know who you are, right? You got to remember that people buy from people they like and trust. And if you're just a random robot sending out links, you're not going to make money. And so you got to think about, how do I actually warm up these leads? How do I take them from being, you know, just these random websites and me being this random robot automating messages to an automated warm-up sequence? And this is where all the money is, right? Because this system, it's pretty much guaranteed that you're going to get leads. I'm not going to say it is guaranteed just because I don't like to guarantee anything, but it's pretty much guaranteed that you're going to get leads. And then once you start getting the leads, that's not going to be the problem. The problem is doing the warm-up sequence, right? And so if you pull the right levers and you can warm people up in the right way, you can make a lot of money doing that, but you have to make sure you're doing the right stuff. And so what I'm doing, like with in this case, and again, I've done a lot of different successful outreaches, but and warm-up sequences, but in this case, I'm just doing something simple, right? So I'm offering them a lead service. I'm getting them into a warm-up sequence where I'm sending them a video, educating them on how the lead service works. And then I'm telling them to reach out to me, and then I'm selling them. But at that point, that they're very warm, right? Because when I reach out to them and they say, yes, I'm interested, and then I send them a warm-up video explaining how it works, by the time they reach out to me after the warm-up video, they're ready to buy, okay? So that's all it is. It's just coming up with a way to warm them up. And so in your case, let's say you were selling, I don't know, to local businesses, right? You could sell whatever you want. You could sell a website service. You could sell, one of our really successful messages was, hey, there's something wrong with your website. And would you be interested in us helping you fix it? And then we would send them a video explaining, you know, all the stuff we do, how we fix websites, all the stuff we can do for them. And again, you could make this a generalized video. It doesn't have to necessarily be their website and every single one. You could just show them all the stuff that you actually fix, and then pitch them on an audit service, a full audit service, where you'll find everything wrong with their website. Another one that we did that worked really well is we offered them a free video, like a free marketing video, and then we sold our tool Shinify. So there's so many different ways that you can do this. And if you get really good at automation, the potential here is pretty unlimited. And so your thing though, right now, it's not necessarily, can you get leads with the system? It's like, can you get set up and start pulling the right levers? And can you start experimenting? Because your first step is just going to be sending messages. The next step is going to be the follow-up. And then the third step is going to be the closing. But you can, and even before that's the scraping, if you want to scrape yourself. But you can go really deep down this rabbit hole. I mean, I've been doing this for a while now. I got into this almost a couple of years ago now, and I'm still going down the rabbit hole. So if you want to go down the rabbit hole with me, and you want me to help you get set up with it, it's here's my phone number. The setup right now is $497. It's a one-time setup. I'll go set it up for you. I'll set up your private server, and then I'll get on the phone with you and I'll walk you through it, and I'll help you do whatever you're trying to do. Now, obviously, you got to consider some other things. The price of the tools, I don't own the tools, but I'll just explain how much they cost, what they are. We're using GSA website, Contact, and GSA Capture Breaker. We might incorporate Evil Capture Breaker in here at some point so we can waterfall the capture breakers if one doesn't work, but I'm not going to get into that yet because again, I'm still testing a lot of this stuff myself. But for GSA, Contact, and Capture Breaker, it's about $180 for both of them. So that would be on top of the setup. And then proxies, it really depends on how fast you want to go. You can get away with 10 proxies. I'd probably recommend, if you really wanted to go hard, 100 to 200 proxies. 10 proxies will cost you probably about $20 a month. If you're going to do, 100 or 200 proxies, you're going to be looking more at like 100, 200 bucks a month. But again, it's just up to you. And then for a private server, it's about $30 a month. So monthly, you're looking anywhere between, I don't know, $50 to $100 to run this per month, maybe $100, $200. And then the one-time licensing fee is $180. And I'll leave links to all this. And again, this is all optional. You don't have to do this. The whole system, I would say, probably runs about close to $1,000. But once you're set up, it's running, right? And ideally what you do is you have these things set up, and then you start loading your messages in, and then you start clicking send. And it's pretty easy to do that. Like if I go into here and I stop this, I'll show you how easy it is. Once this is set up, all I have to do is swap out my lists, right? If I have pre-made lists, I can just load them in. If I want to scrape them myself, I can load it in. But I just double click, I import the lists, right? And then I go to submission content, message, and then I change this to whatever I want. So, and then I click run. So once it's going, it's pretty straightforward. And then on the back end, again, like if you're setting up high level or any of this other stuff, once high level's set up, that's just running too. But it just depends on how much you want to front load, right? If you were to do all this stuff manually, right, like respond to all the leads, send out all the messages, I mean, it's not even possible. It would take an entire lifetime to do what we're doing in literally a 12-hour period. So I don't know how long this kind of stuff is going to last. Right now, I think it's a very untapped market. There's not a lot of people doing it yet because I think it's so intricate that a lot of people don't understand how to do it. But that's why we're doing the setup service, because with the setup service, you don't have to know how to do it, right? You can just have it set up and you can just start experimenting with it, and you don't have to learn. Like I spent a lot of money learning this and time so that you don't have to, okay? So anyways, I'll leave the links to the setup, my phone number, everything. If you want to get set up, let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We are limited on the quantity. I can only do so many of these. And I'm not just saying that like, oh, I can only do so many. Like I physically don't have that much time to be able to do, like we already have tons and tons of people that are getting this. So if you want to get it, make sure you lock it in today because I don't know how long I can offer doing all of these myself. And while at some point we might just have somebody else do it, if you want me to actually get on the phone with you and help you, again, my time is, I only have 24 hours in a day, and we have a lot of people that want to work with me on this. So again, send me a text or go to the link in the description. I'll help you get set up. But that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you very soon. Until we do, happy money making. We'll see you. Bye.